Earlier this year, I heard about this company called Module 8 that made these optical adapters that could tune your lenses. By tuning your lenses, you can give them specific looks.
They take the place of traditional lens adapters for Canon RF cameras or Sony E-mount cameras, and these ones specifically are EF. You can use any Canon EF lens and put them on cameras like the Red Komodo, which I did in today's video, in addition to using Sigma's 18-35 because it's a super sharp lens. I want to start off with the sharpest lens possible because these adapters change the characteristics of the lens you use. I also want to thank Module 8 for sending these out on loan for me to test, as I have been wanting to try these for a bit. They are a little pricey, but they are definitely well worth it, as you'll see in this video, if you're looking for a stylized look. Now, these aren't going to be for everybody. These are going to be for filmmakers, documentarians, music video directors who want these specific looks. Maybe you don't have the budget to rent the lenses that these adapters are supposed to replicate, but they get you pretty close if you're looking for that look. So let's get into these adapters. So Module 8 makes 3 adapters that have very different looks to them. First is the L1 adapter, which is definitely the most stylized in my opinion of all 3. And the L1 is supposed to replicate the Super Baltar. Now, the Super Baltar was used in movies like The Godfather, and as you'll see from some of my example footage, it is definitely very stylized. It's definitely the softest out of everything, and it adds the most character, I would say, to any of your lenses. So I'm glad I used it on the 18-35. You'll also see, like all the adapters, you can dial in the amount of the effect that you want. So this is the minimum setting with nothing right here, and you're pretty much going to get the most minimal amount. Now, on the other 2, you almost get nothing. On the L1, you still get a little bit of effect, but it is the most minimal, and then with 10 being the most amount possible. You want to shoot wide open with these adapters, because the wider open you shoot and the faster glass you shoot with, the better effects you're going to get out of these adapters. And the more stop down you are, the less of the effect you're actually going to see, to the point where if you stop down too much, you're not really going to see the effect at all. Here is the L2 adapter. And the L2 is supposed to replicate the Canon K35s, which were popularized in the movie Aliens. They have a really cool look to them. They're probably the most minimal look out of all 3 adapters, and they do some cool stuff to your bokeh. This was the one that I was most interested in originally. I thought I was only going to pick this one up. The next adapter is the one I am the most interested in, and it is the L3 adapter. Now, the L3 adapter is supposed to replicate the look of vintage anamorphic lenses, and I didn't originally think I'd be interested in this, but after going through the footage, I actually like the characteristics of this L3 adapter the most out of all 3.
Shooting pretty much everything at f1.8, but I have the setup behind me right here. So let's take a look at what I'm doing with this anamorphic adapter and the L3. So as you see right here, I actually have the Sirui anamorphic adapter, and then I have the L3 Module 8 right here on the Komodo. Let's see if I can show where it says L3. There we go. So we got the L3 tuner right here, got the Komodo. I'm actually using my phone to monitor everything, so I don't have a monitor on there today. And then I have the adapter right here. Now, the past few days, I've actually been using autofocus without the adapter, so I haven't actually brought this out until really last night, as I tested some of the way the bokeh looks when using the adapter and that anamorphic adapter, a lot of adapters. It looks really cool. So today I wanted to bring it out in the sun and just test to see how the images look with the adapter on. I have my VND right here.
When it comes to the bokeh, all 3 have a little bit different effects. The L1 definitely has the craziest effect on the bokeh. It doesn't look circular anymore. It's got this weird non-circular, non-ovular. It's just got these weird shapes to it, which is cool. It's different. When it comes to the L2 adapter, you have those cool little circles within the bokeh that give you that unique look to the Canon K35s, which is really cool. And then the least amount affected by the bokeh is the L3, but it gives you that anamorphic distortion within the footage. Now, it doesn't give you flares. This isn't an anamorphic adapter, but this is to replicate the distortion and a lot of the characteristics you would get with classic anamorphic lenses on the L3. So I think after testing all three of these adapters, I'm probably gonna go with the L3. I may get the L2 at some point. I only really have the budget for one, and the L3, for my use, definitely gave me the coolest look to kind of mess things up. I'll definitely be bringing this on set to check it out. I know this wasn't a full review. This is more like an overview of the kit because I only had it for a week. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you got knowledge and value out of today's video, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest videos on the channel. And until next time, my name's Chef Fagien. Thank you for joining me as always, and I will catch you in the next video.